real estate broker with the Pioneer Group, and I'm here today to talk about the different types of loan programs that are available today and where you might go to find them. And again, I brought in my good friend and colleague, Jason Jean, the Mortgage Machine. And Jay's going to kind of go over some of the different programs that are available. Welcome, Jay.
Hey, thanks for having me.
How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Good.
Yourself?
So tell us, Jason, I know there's a lot of confusion, a lot of different programs out there. So kind of give us a broad overview of what's available today.
Okay, so that's the key. This is a very, very general and broad overview. There may be additional loan programs in your state, that are sponsored by your state or even city. So make sure you check those out too. But the general loan programs out there are kind of grouped into two categories, and those would be your government loans and then your conventional loans. Okay, so we'll start by talking a little bit more about the government loans. There's three main types of government loans, and we'll start with the program that was designed for the veterans of the military. That's the VA program, because that's my favorite program. I'd say, that's probably the cheapest program out there. And a lot of people ask me, do you have any programs with a low or no down payment? VA offers a no down payment.
And let me say, if you're a veteran, this is one of the very best benefits that the VA offers you is that VA home loan program. It is by far the best program, in my opinion, out there today. So tell us a little bit about it, Jay.
Okay, so we said there's no down payment required. You also can have up to 6% seller concessions. And seller concessions are essentially seller-paid closing costs. So we're not going to get into that here because we don't have enough time, but make sure you check out our other videos on the seller concessions. There's a lot of great information there. That really means that you can get into a home for VA for less than $1,000, and that includes all your inspections, appraisals, and oftentimes we even get reimbursed for some of those as well. So very, very, I'm sure you've had it too, but we've had it where people are buying a home because it would have been more expensive to come up with first, last, and security on a rental property. So it's really an amazing program. The payments are among the lowest out of any program out there. So
great benefit for the veteran.
No monthly PMI on those, and again, not going to get into PMI here, but check out the video on PMI. But to have a zero down program with no monthly PMI is amazing. You've also got another one of my favorites is the USDA loan program. So the USDA, people say, well, isn't that for stakes? And I say, yeah, they do have, different divisions of the USDA. One is a rural development program. It used to be known as the Farmers Home Loan, but they changed that name because it's really not for farmers. It's for a regular single-family home that you can purchase in a rural area. By rural, you'd be surprised at what is classified as rural. There's a lot of communities that you say, wow, that's eligible. It's not going to be used in a big city. But some of the, a lot of the outskirts, no problem. So that, again, a no money down option. There's no down payment required. Same thing with the seller concessions. You can have the seller pretty much in almost every situation pay for all the closing costs. So you really could be into it. And the PMI is extremely low. It offers flexible credit, so you don't have to have perfect credit. So it really is a great loan program out there for people that are looking to purchase in some of the communities that don't have 100,000 people in it. And if you do want to purchase in an area that does have 100,000 people in it, then you could potentially look at the FHA program. And the FHA program, very, very common. That's a 3.5% down payment. And one of the nice features of the 3.5% down is that it can be from a gift from a family member, and there's other types of loan programs that do require a down payment, but it has to be from your own funds.
Right. And
so you can get 3.5% down gift from mom, dad, cousin, uncle, brother, sister, which is a nice feature. The PMI on that, is a little bit higher than some of the other programs. So you definitely want to make sure that you understand what you're getting into. But it also does allow for the seller to pay all the closing costs at least up to 6% of the sale price, which is a nice feature as well.
And just to throw in, many people think of these programs are strictly for first-time homebuyers. They are not, correct? These are,
No.
you do not have to be a first-time homebuyer to take advantage of any of these programs. So I just wanted to throw that in there because even though FHA and VA and USDA are very popular first-time homebuyer programs, you do not have to be a first-time homebuyer to use them.
Exactly. I mean, the only feature on the USDA is you can't own another home at the time. So if you do currently own a home and you're looking to purchase another one, then you have to, have a simultaneous closing and be moving out of that property that you currently own. But aside from that, there's no other requirements there. All three are typically flexible on credit. Once you get into the non-government programs, that's like the conventional programs. There's essentially two divisions of the conventional. There's Fannie Mae and there's Freddie Mac. Most people, if they go conventionally, they have no idea which route they're taking because there's no real difference typically in rate or anything like that. It's kind of more behind the scenes, but Freddie Mac does allow for things that Fannie Mae doesn't, and vice versa. So I may be looking at Fannie, and then maybe not getting an approval, and then I will go with Freddie, and I'll just tell you that we're doing a conventional loan. You don't know the difference. But some banks and lenders only use one or the other, so they may turn you down for a conventional loan where another bank may approve you if they do use the Freddie Mac and the Fannie Mae, and they can run it through both systems. So that's very important there.
Here's a point that he just said. Not all your lenders have all the loan programs. Not all lenders have all loan programs. So Jason was just telling you, even within the conventional, they don't have, but you'll have many lenders that don't have the government loans or discourage government loans. But just the bottom line, not all the lenders have all the programs, so it's good for you to check around a little bit to get what's best for you.
Yeah, if you get turned down once, and definitely do your research and don't accept that as factor. You may have other options that bank just doesn't do. Conventional loans they are very, very credit score driven. So you have to, those typically, you have good credit there because the PMI rate varies depending on credit score. The interest rates vary depending on credit score. The down payment requirements, 3% minimum, but that would have to be from all of your own funds. And that down payment requirement may, be affected based on your credit too. So, and then a lot of the times, if it's 10% down or less, you're going to only be limited to a 3% seller concession. So, that may or may not cover, what you need to. So you want to make sure you discuss with your loan originator the different options that you have.
Okay, so thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Don.
We've got a basic overview of the conventional versus the government loans. We do have some other videos to get into more details about all these loans, what the seller concessions are used for, PMI, which stands for private mortgage insurance. We use the term all the time, but mortgage insurance is an insurance you pay to the bank in case you default. The bank is whole. So, but there is another video on that so that you can get some more information on that. So, I want to thank Jason again for coming. It's always interesting to hear what you got to say about what's going on behind the closed doors of the lender. So for more information, I want you to please check our websites down below. And also, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. This is Don Thompson, real estate broker with the Pioneer Group. To your success, and have a great day.